Hey, everybody. Aaron and Alex back again here in Phoenix. Thank you to those who sent us a note after the last video. Appreciate that. Listen, before you do anything, we just really wanted to share with you something that has fundamentally changed our business, and think it's something that could have an impact potentially on your business. But we said that we would send a note out, and for those of you who wanted to hear more about this company that we found, here's the video. If you mark no, go ahead and press delete now. But anyhow, listen, please hang in there with us, because I think you'll be blown away by the level of what we've coined as golden data we found that has the ability to really change the way that we target buyers and sellers today. Alex, why don't you give them a little bit of background on how we came across this company and the genesis there?
Yeah, so guys, we know on these videos, Aaron and I have always aimed to keep it short, and we want to make sure that we, do enough to show you enough detail, but at the same time, the KW in me, right, the leadership in me can't help but reference the following, right? Whether you've sat in a class in your market center or you personally have picked up the book Shift, right? We know we can't speak for every single one of your markets, but overall, right, we're in this downturn, right? Higher rates, less units. And so Shift tells us we got to do more lead gen to find the motivated, right? And so when this company came across, they actually didn't come across to us in the format that we're going to show you. They had a completely different intentions on how they were going to be able to leverage this geofencing technology that they had. And so as a real estate agent, I said, look, man, the benefit for us is the motivated are walking into one of two places: open houses and new build communities. Open houses become a little difficult because, to all my open house warriors out there, right, we're doing 2-3 hour windows. You're probably not going to get a company who's going to be willing to target, for a 2-3 hour window only, and keep moving that around. And so the next step, where is someone walking into, and that location being consistent is new build communities, right? Set up the sales office. We got the model homes. So we presented to them the whole model home idea. Okay, well, fast forward. I'm going to share our screen with you. So we have the company give us a data sheet that redacted and protected people's information. So bear with us at the sheet we're going to show you. We have them make for a couple of new build communities, and we want to show you what that looks like. Be prepared. Like, it's a little weird, and you're going to be, some people find it a little creepy, if you will. So, So in front of you now, aside from just Aaron and I, you should see this spreadsheet. And on this spreadsheet, what you are seeing is the list of people who have come across the new build communities that we're tracking. And I won't bore you, but the spreadsheet in particular, you can see the little scroller over here. It's pretty small because it goes down pretty far. Now, I'm going to go back up to the top, because the fun part of this, and look, if you're not a data person, you may be like, I'm not following. So I want to layman terms this. We said, hey, here are 5 to 10 new build communities that in the area where we want to do business. And if you could get us the people, the information of individuals that walk into there, that would be awesome for us. And as you guys can see, the spreadsheet is pretty heavy. Look, I'm going to scroll all the way to the end. I not to sound elementary here, right? There's 26 letters in the alphabet. So you guys can probably do some math here that this is going all the way to JL, meaning that we hit the alphabet almost, basically we went through it 10 times, right? So meaning, what does that work out to be? That this company has the ability to get up to like almost 300 data points per person. It's about 270 to 280, okay? And so going back to the beginning here, as a real estate agent, why let me again put it simply. Why would you care about this? Well, you picked out in an area that you like to do business, some new build communities or an area nearby that you would do business in. You'd like to know those that are walking into it. And this company can virtually capture that data and then because of their cell phone, because a lot of people ask that how, it's because of their cell phone and all the things they've ever consented to through third-party apps are all right here. And they're basically, there's an ID attached to the phone that tracks all this stuff. And then, yeah, that third-party company is this company that we're connected to, right? So I'm going to scroll over a little bit, and I'm going to show off a few things, but there's a couple things that we highlighted in yellow to make it a little bit easier, while we're showing you guys. But you guys see this one right here that's in yellow, the header, homeowner, renter. So this lets us know H, they're a homeowner, R, they're a renter, right? So very quickly we can see those that are renting or homeowning. If I scroll a little bit more, I thought this was a pretty cool one, right? Numbers of years in residence. NAR tells us what? Average of 12 years, is the turnover rate for the typical homeowner, okay? So now you could say, hey, I want to target based on how long they've been in the property. If they've been in there for 11 to 15 years, could be why they're out there looking at a new build. It's time per NAR. We get over here to inferred credit score, right? And you go, hey, I could target based on, those individuals that have a higher credit score. Estimated income as well, right? And so right now we're not advertising to these individuals. This is just simply who has walked in to a location you chose to target. And so one of the cool ones, if I go back to the beginning, right, is right here, there's home seller status. This column right here, I'll go ahead and do a little yellow here so you guys see what I'm talking about for sure. There's a propensity score. So the company can say, hey, they've also started taking a look at some real estate websites. And, the more active they're
on their phone, looking at the Zillow, looking at the homes.com.
Estimate and all those kind of things.
And
that puts them as, raises them on the propensity level of potentially also be looking to sell their home in addition. And so all some pretty cool stuff, right? And what I really want to just simplify for you guys is this. Hey, we got to go find the motivated because the motivated became more difficult to find. And so one of the great reasons that we preach at KW, and pretty much I'm sure other brokerages do too, but right, like go do open houses because the motivated are walking in, right? And the next place, but we don't really have control over unless you decide to go work for them directly, is new build sites. And so here's a way to be able to get that data and be able, and by the way, with the kind of data we're saying, you're getting their address, you're getting all of this information. For those of you that are familiar with retargeting on social media or Google Ads, right? You have all of their primary identifiers to be able to go and retarget them on social media for way cheaper, right? If you've never had it. Yeah.
I think that's a really important distinguishing feature here, because you may have heard of, some of you that are more advanced, you may have heard of geofencing before. However, geofencing within the context of targeting people for real estate, it is, good luck. You cannot get this type of data. That means that when you're actually contracting with Facebook or Google, you are paying per impression, which means that you target everybody who goes in there. With this, we have the ability to filter all the people that go in there to see actually who is qualified. Those are the people we want to spend our money in retargeting and going after. So this really does the work for us on the front end and make sure that our ad spend or our efforts are focused on the right types of people who are qualified to make a move. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
No, you're totally right. And by the way, how is that happening, right? If we go back to the columns we highlighted in yellow, hey, we got an idea of their credit score. We have an idea of how long they've been living in the property, right? Their income range, right? The propensity score here. So here's what we just want to stress more than anything. Here's an opportunity to be able to find the motivated. Here's an opportunity to target those that are walking into the equivalent of a retail store in our industry, right? Here's an opportunity to help refocus your lead generation efforts on the right people. Because that, in leadership, we hear agents, hey, I'm picking up the phone, I'm circle prospecting, I'm calling absentee owners, I'm calling pre-foreclosure, but it's frustrating, they're not interested. Well, here are the interested individuals, and so anyways, our goal always has been to share value with you guys. And, we're at the 10-minute mark here. And I just want to basically just express that we told this company, this is awesome. They loved, the idea that we had around new builds. They were willing to work with us. And now they go, hey, do you think, you could find some agents that would be interested in, beta testing this further around the country? So we just fortunately, we have you guys as an audience, right? If you're not interested, no big deal. I understand if it's not for you. At the same time, if you have been looking for something different for your real estate business, and this could potentially be it, let us know, because they said that for the first 10 people, they want to do some special pricing as well for them, because they really want to give this a shot across the country. So we told them we'd get them connected. The easiest way we figured is just reply to this email, the same one that got you the video, and let us know. It'll come from from Aaron's email, as we've done always, and just reply back, say, hey, I want to find out a little bit more. And Aaron, anything else that I might be missing on?
No, I think that the key, fundamentally, how to use this data, right? Number one, you have the ability to use it in terms of retargeting. So you go into your Facebook account, and you can retarget all those people. Okay. After filtering it and make sure your ad spend is appropriate. Number two, you saw the phone numbers on there. We're finding about 40% of the phone numbers we're coming across are not on the do not call list. Pretty powerful just alone. So all that data is actually scrubbed against the do not call list before it comes through. We're picking up their email. Not necessarily, we can't necessarily email them because it is a cold lead on that end from a spam perspective. But you do have the opportunity to capture their details through retargeting. And then finally, you have a home address for them, which means that, again, if they fit the buyer criteria, seller criteria, you can actually mail them a postcard, a letter, whatever you'd like to do. So that's how you can actually use the data. As Alex said, if this sounds interesting and you are interested in being part of the beta pool, please reply to the email and we'll set up some time to talk.
Yeah, and last thing, I promise, and this, like, we all like to save money, right? One of the things that we were able to do here in Phoenix, we know that rules change. You got to find your version of this. People that are looking to buy a home and potentially have a home to sell, who else can benefit from that, right? A lender, a remodeling company, a roofer, home warranty. I'm rattling off a few businesses, just like, hey, could you go find some vendors that would go, man, it would be great to get my hand on that data and share that cost with them, right, as well. So that's something that we did here, Aaron and I. We were able to find a few partners that they could benefit from this data. So even if you go, yeah, I don't really have it in my budget right now to add on another system or another lead source, just maybe think a little bit outside the box like that, because it did wonders for us. I mean, we by the way, just replicate the market center model, right? Like, they find vendors that help support, and we thought the same, and and they're able to benefit from this data while you do as well. So, but all right, we're gonna wrap this up. Yeah, Aaron, go ahead.
The other thing that's really important with this, guys, is that when you're usually dealing with these companies that are providing data or other services within it, they're selling it to everybody. And one thing that is unique about this company, in order to provide more value, was that they were making it exclusive, which means that if you wanted to focus on set number of new build communities, they're not selling it to anybody else. It's exclusive, which means you hold the data. They're not getting multiple emails from different people. So exclusive by vertical, real estate agent, lender, whomever it might be. That's why you're enabled to actually put this together, and from a partnership standpoint. Anyhow, yeah. Thanks very much for sticking around.
Yeah, appreciate you guys, and can't wait to hear from some of you. And if there's anything else that has been on your guys' mind that you'd like topics on, for future videos, let us know. That's what we're here to do. And I hope you guys have an awesome weekend ahead.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.